A suspect is in jail tonight after stabbing a Pasadena City College employee and her brother to death in Altadena. The attack unfolded on a live Zoom call.
It happened yesterday at a home on North Marengo Avenue. CBS 2's Hermela Arigawi spoke with people who knew the victims.
A community heartbroken by the shocking murder of a beloved longtime Pasadena City College employee.
So many memories about Carol and the amazing work that she did with our students and the incredible spirit she had that was so positive, uplifting, and helpful.
The college tells us Dr. Carol Brown has worked at the school for about 2 decades, most recently as co-coordinator of the Black STEM program. The 67-year-old and her brother, 69-year-old Kenneth Wayne Preston, were stabbed to death at Brown's Altadena home Monday afternoon. Pasadena City College says Brown was on a Zoom call with a colleague at the time, and that colleague called police.
This is very disturbing. We had to come by this way just to look, because still his heart is unbelievable.
Police say Preston was stabbed first outside of the home. Brown was found dead inside. 32-year-old Robert Cotton was arrested for the double murders. Longtime family friends say Cotton was Brown's eldest son.
I don't know what to say about him because I don't know him, but I know her and she's just a good person. She's a really good person, and she's always helping other good people.
I honestly feel so heartbroken. I feel so sad.
John Shelton is a former student and now an employee at the college.
Now, I want you to look at these last two sisters that spoke, right? Someone they cared about deeply, a black woman they cared about deeply, was hacked to death on a Zoom call. They know who did it. They know where to direct their anger. And listen how muted and subdued their reactions are. And compare that to how they would have reacted had the assailant, had they just seen footage of the assailant being subdued by the police with no context. Let's pretend that these two women just saw the 20-second Jacob Blake-like footage with no context of the assailant, the suspect, the woman's son, being detained. And think about how over the top and emotional their reactions would have been just on watching that clip of that struggle with police with zero context.
32-year-old Robert Cotton was arrested for the double murders. Longtime family friends say Cotton was Brown's eldest son.
I don't know what to say about him because I don't know him, but I know her and she's just a good person. She's a really good person, and she's always helping other good people.
I honestly feel so heartbroken. I feel so sad.
John Shelton is a former student and now an employee at the college. She says Brown was a rare gem and made struggling students feel like they belonged.
When you don't care about where someone comes from, what they look like, what they might smell like, whatever, and you still treat them as if they're the same as you, a doctor with a PhD or whatever, it's amazing.
Faculty and students here tell us they don't know how they're going to replace the gaping hole left behind by Brown's loss. Police say they do not have a motive at this time. In Pasadena, Hermela Arigawi, CBS 2 News.
Now, this woman is a professor with all types of degrees, so we know she's woke. If you're a black professor, you're woke. You're a black professor, you're woke. Okay? You're woke. Period. End of discussion. You have to be woke to be on one of these campuses. Hacked to death by her maniacal son. This woman is everything right with Black America. Educated, law-abiding. And let's stick to that point, law-abiding. So she'd never be in a position where she could get sympathy or get attention or get a movement, a donation, $1 in donations from white liberals because of her death, the way she went out, which was horrific. They don't care. White liberals are not going to care about this woman. Even though she's very educated, she's upstanding, and she's law-abiding. She's polished, she's clean, she's a good person. She obviously, took good care of this boy, because he wouldn't have been, he seemed like an entitled, spoiled brat to do what he did. So I don't know about what kind of mother she was, but I'm not going to judge her motherhood on the fact that her son did what he did, because when you coddle these young boys and you give them everything, somehow that makes them hate you. But this woman, a great woman, a fine, upstanding black woman, went out like this. Where's the outcry? Where are the white liberals?
When somebody's trying to detain me when I don't want to be detained for no goddamn reason, yeah, that's how the fuck I act. Naturally. Ask anybody who know me. What you in school for? The fuck are you talking about? Why are you detaining me? You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. And you're telling me for nothing. And you about to lose your job. You ain't even got no job because you trifling. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Is this shit worth you losing your job? Because you about to. Because you ain't got no reason. I could pass any sobriety test.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was the great Janiqua Charles, who became one of the black women who was used as a mascot for the white liberal-led BLM riots and peaceful protest of the post-George Floyd. Get Trump out of office. Create a specter of white supremacists chasing black people all around the countryside with pitchforks and torches version of America in an attempt to win an election. So she was the mascots for one of those movement, for that movement. One of the female mascots. You had Breonna Taylor, you had Janiqua Charles. And the brother detaining her, the hard-working brother, man, he just doing his job. The club was closed. Everybody went home. And here comes Janiqua up there creating a disturbance and acting crazy. And that's the woman, one of the women that white liberals used. They chanted her song at protests. They gave her all types of money. They wrote tons of articles about her. She was on TV more than Oprah Winfrey in the several months after she was after she called for that black man who was securing the club he was paid to secure after she called for him to lose his job. And white liberals came along and clamored for that black man to lose his job. White liberals were literally trying to get that guy fired. And they propped this woman up. And it's amazing that these are the type of women, sisters, that these white liberals will prop up every time. And sisters don't have no problem with this. Sisters don't see nothing wrong with this.